So next we are going to talk about phoneme blending. A phoneme is an individual sound, and blending would suggest that we have separate sounds and we're going to put them or blend them together. So what I have here are 2 to 3 scraps of paper. On one side I actually use these for a different intervention, letter sound correspondence, but with phonemic awareness it has nothing to do with reading words or reading even letters. It has to do with identifying sound. So that's what these represent, are different sounds. And in this case, what I'm going to do, let's start with 2 phoneme words. What I'll be doing is I'm going to, I'll say a sound and I'll tap as I say the sounds. And then I'll be sliding my finger, and the student's role is to listen to my taps, listen to what I say when I tap, and this is the prompting for the student that can the child blend these 2 isolated sounds together to properly say the word. So for example, if I say the student, when I prompt, would say on. Now, I'm slowing this process down for the sake of demonstration, but know that this is a fast-paced activity rather than the slow pace that I'm showing you for this demo. Next, let's say that it's in. The student would say in. Next, let's say the student says of. I would then go into the standard error correction procedure. I would demonstrate. So this would be all my speaking. I would say off. The student would repeat. I would say off. The student would say off. Correct. I would repeat it back to the student. And then with my list that I have, I would go back to ones that were previously mastered. So I did is and on were the 2 that the child previously mastered, so I would actually go back to them, because remember, we're trying to confuse the brain. So we don't want the child focusing on the word off anymore. We want them to think about something else, and ideally something that they've already had success with. So I would go back to is. The student would say is. The student would say on. Now we're back to off. Hopefully the student would say off, and then I would continue on with my list. That is phoneme blending.